Hello friends, welcome back to the Mothership. Today we're cooking up some Tsp potatoes with pulled pork. They're gonna be absolutely incredible. Let's get started. Our first step here is pretty easy. All we're gonna do is coat the outside of our potatoes in olive oil. Make sure everything is covered. I'm using gloves because I don't really want to wash my hands for forever. And then you can throw some salt on there, which I'm gonna do just to add a little bit of salt to the exterior of the potato skins. This step is not necessary. The only other necessary step right here is to puncture the exterior of the potato skin with a fork a whole bunch of times. And then we are going to get the smoker on at 250 degrees and throw these suckers on. Our plan is to cook them honestly until they're pretty tender, which could be about 2.5 hours. So just monitor them till they're nice and tender, and you'll be able to scoop out the potatoes, or the inside of the potato, very easily. Our potatoes are chugging along nice and happily, so what we're going to do now is roast up some garlic. To do so, we're just going to take a fresh clove of garlic, chop the top off, remove a little bit of the white shenanigans on here, and then we are just going to pour a little bit of olive oil on top, and this is going to go directly onto the smoker, and we're going to leave it there for 45 minutes to an hour. Everything should turn a nice dark color and be pretty soft, just almost like squeezable. And if you want to use this for all kinds of stuff, it's actually pretty great. I use it for garlic bread. I use it for just about everything that requires a whole lot of garlic. All right, our potatoes were on for 3 hours at 250 degrees. I took them off and I cut them in half. They're very hot. And I let them rest for about 20 minutes just so they're workable. Now what we're going to do without breaking the other side of the potato is just scoop out the insides. Should be relatively soft. And we're going to repeat for all of the sides of the potato. With our potatoes scooped out, we're going to put in our roasted garlic, which I have to say smells absolutely fantastic. I'm going to do maybe 3 cloves worth. And then I'm going to add in my salt and pepper, my green onions, most of my cheese. I'm going to save a little bit just to put on as a topping at the very end. Our butter, our milk, and our sour cream. Now what you could do is just spoon all this together, but I have a potato masher, so I'm just going to mash it all together. Now at this point, these could go directly back into the shells, but since I'm going to go loaded on these, I figure I may as well put a little bit of my pulled pork in here as well, just to get some inside the potatoes. Now I'm going to mix it in. Looking pretty yummy to me. Now these are still piping hot, so I'm going to let them cool off a little bit more, and then we'll put them into our skins. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fill them up all the way to the top, nothing crazy. And then what I'm going to do is let them keep cooking maybe 10-15 minutes until they start to get a nice crisp on the exterior. And then I'm going to put the rest of my cheese on and a little bit of my pulled pork, the remainder of my pulled pork, and let that really just heat up and the cheese melt, and then we'll take them off. I'll probably put sour cream on them as well because why not? More sour cream, the better. Well, then we'll eat them. These are already looking really good, and this pulled pork I know is fantastic, so I'm very excited to eat these. Let's get these onto the smoker, guys. All right, 20 minutes in, top of our potatoes are getting a little crispy. Now it's time to just cover them with all of our smothered toppings. I'm gonna go on with a whole bunch of pulled pork on each one, and then a little bit of cheese on each. And all I want now is for them to just have the cheese melt, and then we'll pull them off, and it's time to eat these suckers. All right, I let these suckers sit on the smoker at 350 for about 20 minutes. I just wanted the exterior of them to get nice and crispy. And then I put my pulled pork on. You can do bacon, you can do ham, you can do brisket, you can really do whatever meat you want. I had extra pulled pork, I want to try that, and a little bit of extra meat. And then I left it on there for about another 10-15 minutes for it to start to crisp up and for the cheese to completely melt. Then I pulled them off, I put some chives on there and some sour cream, and they're looking absolutely fantastic, and they're taunting me to try them. So you know what, guys? I have to chomp at this point. I'm starving. My goodness. That is so good. This pulled pork is the pulled pork I did in one of my earlier videos. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it so much. But the potatoes, my goodness, such a good crispy exterior skin. That roasted garlic really comes through, and it's adding a fantastic flavor, so much smoke on here. These are really, really yummy. I've done a lot of twice baked potatoes in my day. These might be one of my favorites. I really liked adding the pulled pork and loading them up. Next time I might do a different meat, see what I can get out of it. But you know what, guys? You should let me know what your favorite thing to cook is. You should let me know what I should do next. You should give me a like, a comment, subscription, and tell me what I should do differently. Thanks, guys, for watching. And as always, cook something fantastic. I'll catch you on the next video.